How do I become an estate agent? A very, very common question. I receive emails every day from people asking this question, so I thought I would cover it in a video. We're actually only recruiting in Northamptonshire and the surrounding counties. So if you live further afield, then you'll obviously have to look for a company located nearer to where you live. If you're an absolute beginner, I would strongly urge you to start off by completing the level 3 in estate agency. Although there is no formal qualification required at this point, there is discussion to implement this. Who knows when that will happen, but it can only benefit you to complete a proper course in estate agency that's recognised in preparation for this, and also to gain the knowledge that you need before you even start. Then you need to make the difficult decision. Are you prepared to work self-employed or employed? They are both completely different. This is not the best of time to be looking for a job in estate agency. The market is slowing down. Some of the larger companies are already cutting down on their workforce, but that doesn't mean that there won't be positions available here and there throughout the country. But more than likely, initially, in an employed position, you will be looking at the corporates. I won't name them, but the type of work you'll be doing when you join is completely different, because initially you'll probably be going through a database that's years old and out of date, basically scraping the barrel, phoning people who inquired about 10 years ago. Do they still want to sell? Do they still want to buy? Are they looking for any financial services, or whatever the case may be? It's tedious, it's horrid, it's basically telemarketing. You'll be doing this for weeks, if not months, and occasionally you may be privileged enough to go out and conduct a viewing on a property that you know nothing about, because there's nobody else available to do it. But rest assured that no matter what you do, you will not get any recognition for it, but you will have targets to meet, either through your phone calls or any other tasks that are set for you. It is like climbing a greasy pole. It is not rewarding, and you never really know where you stand. It's not the way to build a career or a personal brand unless you're very lucky. However, if you go for the self-employed route, there are other considerations that you need to take very seriously. First and foremost, you need to be able to sustain yourself for months and months, especially now. There are many self-employed models out there that will tell you that you will earn this much and you'll see your first sale in 2 or 3 months, or whatever the case may be. Absolute rubbish. Expect to not see a penny for a minimum of 6 months, if not 8 or 9, possibly longer. Now, you could sustain yourself with savings, a part-time job, a combination of both, but no matter what the case may be, you need to budget for that, and you need to be in a position to be able to survive that period. Otherwise, this is a non-starter for you. A lot of estate agents did start to move towards the self-employed model, especially after lockdown, when the market suddenly came to a stop. Some for the right reasons, others for the wrong reasons, so you need to conduct your research carefully. However, there are many advantages, many benefits to being self-employed. First of all, you will personally receive credit for any sale, because from the minute a client contacts you to make an initial inquiry, right up until the very end when they complete and you're present for them to hand over the keys to their buyers, they will be dealing with you. You know their property, their situation, any questions, any issues that have come to light. They can call you daytime, evening, weekends. For sellers who are probably enjoying one of the most stressful periods of their lives, this is priceless, and this is where you can shine. It is about ethics as well. Conducted correctly, You are helping people in everything that you do, provided that you do it ethically. You are helping people to sell. You are helping people to buy. You are helping people who need to move for one reason or another. Whether the market is up or whether the market is on the slide, that does not mean that you cannot help your client. All that matters is that when people entrust you with the most valuable asset that they have in the world, most of the time, is that you take this task seriously and you act with integrity at all times. Now, then there's a matter of fees. If you work self-employed, obviously you receive a share of the fee. Most self-employed models work on a 50-50 basis, give or take 10% up or down, which is fair enough, and it can obviously give you the opportunity to earn very well. We've actually taken a very, very bold step recently because the market is slowing down. It's going to be harder than ever for working agents out there. And whereas we used to be also on a 50-50 basis, we have now increased that to over 80%, meaning that our agents get to keep over 80% of the fee. In my opinion, the agents do the lion's share of the work. They make it happen. They are the most important people within our company because they are the ones who make it happen. And therefore, we want to ensure that they are inspired, motivated, and most importantly, rewarded appropriately. Look into this and also look into monthly fees. There is always a monthly fee to cover your CRM administration and to ensure that for legal purposes you are self-employed. There are companies though that do exploit this, and rather than charging you a small reasonable monthly fee, they do charge a lot of money, and if you don't earn anything for months and months, that can add up too, so please be aware. Also, many companies out there overestimate how much you will earn and underestimate how long it will take you to get it, because all they want is more people out there pushing their brand. So take what you are told with a pinch of salt and conduct your research diligently. Also, one last thing, with many of the larger companies, you are restricted where you work, more often than not by postcode district. And as you are all aware, social media is non-geographic, and if you get an inquiry from somebody who is 100 yards further down the road and falls into another postcode district, you are not permitted to take on that property and sell it. We don't operate that way. Anybody who contacts you, if it's within a reasonable distance that you are able to administer the sale and the marketing, then you are able to sell it, and you are also able to sell any of the many properties that we already have listed, and you will earn a share of the fee there. So within reason, we do not restrict you because we want to ensure that you have every opportunity to succeed. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to email me, and I'll see you in the next video.